All right, welcome everyone to my channel once again. All things simple. So today we have a very important topic that we want to treat today, which says how to recover your WAEC examination number and how to get your WAEC certificate online. How to recover your WAEC examination number and how to get your WAEC certificate online. That's the topic we're going to be discussing today. But before we continue, I would like to appeal to every one of us, every one of you, to please subscribe to my channel for more educative content. So please go over to the subscribe section and tap on that button to subscribe and turn on the notification button so that you'll be alerted anytime a video drops on this channel. All right, let's go on. Let's continue. How to recover your WAEC examination number and how to get your WAEC certificate online. Now, WAEC gives two kinds of certificates, or let me say before now, WAEC gives just one kind of certificate, which is the physical certificate. It's the physical copy, the one that is on paper, physical, that you can feel, you can touch. That's the physical certificate that WAEC gives before now. But then lately, not too long ago, not many years ago, WAEC introduced a digital form, and the whole essence is so that you do not need to travel down to the exact location where the WAEC office is for you to collect your physical certificate. That's the whole rationale behind it. But then your physical certificate, when you want to get a physical certificate, you have to travel down to the state, the state capital, yes, of the state where you wrote the exam. So if let's say I wrote my own WAEC in which state will I use now? Okay, let me use Delta. Say Delta, I will have to go to Asaba to get my physical certificate. So I have to pay transport, go down there. If perhaps I was in Osogbo before, or maybe somewhere in the north, I will have to travel down, and spend, transport fare like that. It's costly. When you get there too, you still have to spend money. You swear an affidavit. You make sure you carry your national identity card, which contains your NIN, down to the place. You swear that affidavit, you will still pay a fee. I don't know how much is the fee now. Maybe 5,000 naira, but I don't know. Then the digital certificate. Then came up the digital certificate that WAEC decided to introduce to us. That even if you are far away, you can still access your WAEC certificate if you have not gotten it before now. And WAEC introduced a platform that they called the WAEC Digital Certificate Platform. The WAEC Digital Certificate Platform. And this platform can be accessed through their website, waec.org. You can see it here. You can see let me show us. WAEC.org. This one in blue here. WAEC.org. That's the site in which you will be able to access your digital certificate. So now I have a word of advice for youngsters, or let me say parents, who are bringing up their children. Some of them may not know these things, but as parents or as elderly ones in the family, elder ones in the family, you can advise your younger ones that as they are growing on the ladder of life, applying for this exam or this certificate or whatever they are applying for, please and please instruct your words, or you yourself make sure that your details are matching, that the names that you are putting in your applications are the same names that you will put in another application in the future. So if you have your birth certificate, make sure that your names are tallying with the rest of every other application you'll be doing thenceforth. So if you have your surname and your first name on your birth certificate, please just carry on with it like that. Let it match. If it's 3 names, you have your surname, your middle name, and your first name inside your birth certificate. Just carry on like that. Don't change anything, because this has caused issues for a lot of people in school today. People want to do clearance. Even this WAEC Digital Certificate we are talking about, for you to access it, you will have to give your NIN for identity verification. When it gets to that place, let's say your names, you used only your surname and your first name to register the WAEC that you want to access, and then your national ID, use your NIN, is containing 3 names, you added a middle name to it, there's a problem. Issues begin to arise, because then some persons can, let me say somebody can be bearing James Itobore, then another person is bearing James Itobore Victor. You get it? So then now when you come out and you give let's say the WAEC certificate that you want to access is bearing James Itobore, but then now your NIN is bearing James Itobore Victor, there's an issue already, because somebody else might be bearing, another person might actually be bearing James Itobore Victor. So you leave WAEC confused. They'll be confused. They'll be like, this result, this certificate may not be for this person, so they may likely not allow you to access it because of that single difference. So take note of it. Another word of advice that I would give, especially for those who are already in higher institutions, who will come across clearance and what have you, please don't wait until deadline before you go and collect, or you go and get your WAEC certificate. Don't wait till deadline. Put it at the back of your mind. At any time, maybe you are traveling and you get to the place where the WAEC office where you can collect your physical certificate, please go and collect it. Or if it is the digital certificate that you want, do it now. Don't wait until it is time for clearance, because it can cause issues for you. You might forfeit some applications at the end of the day because you are not ready. So get ready. Get your documents ready on time. It's a word of advice for us. Okay, let's continue. Let's go on. So now, this is the website that you can use to access your WAEC certificate. So all you need to do now is go over to your browser. I wrote here, I said use a good browser like Chrome. Use a good browser like Chrome, because why? There are some browsers or Pramini that cannot open up every page. There are some pages that are, some web address that are too heavy for Opera Mini or any other smaller browser to operate on, to open. So use Chrome, because Chrome is standard. Chrome can open every address, every website address. And then one thing I need you to also do when you are on your Chrome, immediately you get there and you have accessed the site, please put it on desktop mode for best experience. On desktop mode, let's go there and see for ourselves. Okay, let's go over to my Chrome now. Chrome, where's Chrome? Yeah, this is Chrome. In case you've not seen Chrome before, I doubt if there's anybody who has not seen Chrome before, but let me still show you. This is Chrome. Okay, so you tap on it. You can do it on your phone, you can do it on your system, but I'm using my phone now, so it's very simple. The essence of this is that anywhere you are, wherever place you find yourself, online you can access your WAEC Digital Certificate. So now let's go over to this website that says www.waec.org. So my browser is already suggesting it, so I go with it. So now it is opening. Yes. So now this is it. This is how the web page of waec.org looks like. This is it. But then before you go on, they are asking you a question: which party are you? What do I mean by that? If you see, it says certificate access, and that certificate access is for individuals seeking to view, download and share their certificates. To access your certificate is for candidates, while there's also something that is called certificate confirmation. That one is for institutions. To access your certificate access for candidate is so that you as a candidate will have that result, that certificate for yourself. But then certificate confirmation is not for candidates, it is for institutions. Let's say you send your WAEC certificate to some big institution and they want to confirm if that certificate you send them is authentic or credible. They themselves too will go on this platform and register with WAEC and input in the details of that your certificate that you gave to them to confirm. So it is either WAEC will confirm it and say this certificate is authentic, or WAEC will disregard and say no, this one is fake. So, but that's not our business. Our business is for certificate access candidates. So then we specify which we are. We are candidates, not institutions. So then we tap on the certificate access candidate, this blue box here, so that it will finally open up the page for us very well to do whatever we want to do. Okay, so now the page is fully opened for us. We have certified that we are candidates and want to access certificates, not institutions who want to confirm certificates. Okay, let's go on. But before we continue, before we go further, this is the page. This is how it looks like. You'll see, look at the interface. Yes, so this is everything on the page. Yeah. Now, two things that we can do on this platform. Two things, okay, not just two things, but three things. But here is showing us two things because one of those things is subsumed under access. You see here it says access, and then the next point says share. Under access, you can download, you can get to access and download your certificate, and you can also get to recover your examination number. Let's say you forgot your examination number, fire caught up with your documents and burnt them, or maybe you lost your result printout. So, and there is no other form at all in which you saved the information of your examination number, so you have forgotten it. You want to recover it. Under access, you can do that. Then for share is to, when you want to how will I put it now? You want to apply, let's use the example for those who apply for admissions abroad in Europe, in the US, from Nigeria. The normal thing is that the institution over there, we ask that the institution in which you got that certificate from should send the certificate to them, not you yourself, not privately. Now you are not the one to send the certificate to them, but your institution. So that's the sense in which they are coming in from. So let's say I apply to Shell, and Shell asks for my WAEC certificate, but Shell says no, you don't send it to us by yourself. Rather, let WAEC send it to us. So then you come on this platform and then you ask that WAEC, you apply on this platform for WAEC to send the certificate to Shell or whichever organization that is asking for it. The reason for that is so that the company themselves can verify and say that okay, this certificate is authentic, is credible, because it is WAEC themselves who sent it to them. So there's no issue for any questioning anymore whether somebody wants to forge or not. So then let's go on and see a few other things. So what is the benefit of access when you want to access your certificate? What is the benefit? What benefit does it give to you? The benefit is that you will have it to yourself. When you download it, you have it to yourself, and then you can send, because it is not every institution that will say let WAEC send it to them by themselves. You can send. So when you have it to yourself, you can send everywhere that you want. You are in control to just send wherever you want it to go. Another benefit of access is that it is once, you pay once. You pay once to access the certificate. I mean, after you have paid once and you have downloaded it for yourself, you don't need WAEC again, and you don't need them to give it to you again. That's all, unless you misplace it again. And I don't see how anybody will misplace that. When you download it, you save it on your phone, you save it on your email, save it in the cloud, Google Doc. Maybe not Google Doc, but any other platform that you can think of that can save your certificate or your documents in the cloud. You go on and save it there, and it is saved. Now, disadvantage of sharing. When you share to institutions. Let's say you want to share to 10 institutions. You are applying abroad for admission, and then you are applying to like 5 institutions, 5 schools over there. Those schools will request that WAEC will send the certificate to each of them. Each of them will request for that. So now, when that request is being made, you have to now send the certificate through WAEC to them, each individually, and it will cost you a certain amount, and that amount is what you pay for each of those shares that you will do. You calculate everything together, that's money. So it's a disadvantage. But then it depends on what you want. So you know what you want. So if you decide to share, let me know if we go there, because you don't have a choice. If you are applying to an institution and they request for this sharing, that they want WAEC to send them the certificates, I don't think you really have any choice. But let's go on, let's continue. Let's go over now and see a few other things. It says prepare your details. Prepare your details. Why is this point important? What are those things that you need to prepare? You need to prepare your exam number. You need to prepare your exam year. You have to know which year you wrote that WAEC, and your exam number. Make sure that every digit, every character of that exam number is correct, because you will run into problem if they are not correct at the end of the day. Because the way the platform works is that you will first of all pay. When you pay, that's when you now go on to access the certificate. But then when you pay, you will input your details, which is your exam number, your exam year, your exam type. If any of those information is wrong, let's say you gave the wrong year, your exam number is correct, but you gave the wrong year, it will go and pull up another person's certificate for you, which is not yours. And so when you go on to identity verification, there will be problem, because the names will not be tallying anymore, and because of that, the certificate will be locked. You will not be able to access the certificate. That becomes a problem for you, and WAEC will not take any responsibility for that. In fact, it is part of their privacy policy, terms of use, that you have to make sure that your information that you are giving is correct. In fact, WAEC will bring up another window to tell you, verify these details. Oh, it's just like they are drawing their ears for you, because I want not do if anything should go wrong. So you have to be very careful the details that you are imputing. So your exam number, your exam year, and then for your series for private candidates. Before 2018, yes, before 2018, WAEC GC, which is for private candidates, WAEC organizes two kinds of exam. One for normal school candidates, the other one for private candidates, which is called GC. That GC before 2018 was written once a year, just November, December, once a year. But as of 2018, they began to write GC twice a year. So they now have Series 1 and Series 2. So you have to note which series are you talking about. Which series did you write that WAEC GC? Is it Series 1? Is it Series 2? If you wrote for Series 1 and you go and choose Series 2, problem has come. So you have to be very, very careful. Payment policy, what does it mean? The policy for payment for WAEC Digital Certificate is that your money that you have paid is non-refundable. They don't refund. So you see, so if you give the wrong details before now, and then the certificate is pulled up for you, and you are doing identity verification, and the details are not matching, it means that you cannot access the certificate. And if you cannot access the certificate, it means that you have lost that money. You have to now go back again and pay another money. So you see how it is. So you have to be very, very careful. Matching details, the significance of matching details. I'm sure you already know that. I've already explained all of that. If the details are not matching, you stand a chance to forfeit your money. You stand a chance to forfeit whatever certificate that has been pulled up for you before. Even if the certificate is yours, but because it is bearing your certificate is bearing 2 names, and then your identity is bearing 3 names, that's an issue. It will lead them to locking the certificate. When you get to that place, you see if there will be a padlock on it. If ever you get to that place that there is a problem like that, you see a padlock on the certificate, meaning you cannot access it. You forfeit it until you have to go and make the corrections that you need to make. That's why I'm hammering it now. Let your details match. When you are doing any registration, take note. Don't just write anyhow. Be cautious of those names, your date of birth, and all of those important information that can serve as a means of identity. They are very important. You don't want to joke with it. Okay, let's go on to the browser and continue from there. So now on the platform, it says to access certificates. Access certificates. See it here. Let me touch it. Here. Access certificate. That's what we click to take us to where we want to go. Access certificate. Click on it. Then it opens up for you or for us. So what we want to do now is that we want to create an account. If this is your first time of encountering this platform, it means that you do not have an account. So you have to create an account. So this is the page to log in, but this is also the page to create an account if you do not have an account. So now this is the button to create an account down here at the bottom here. This is it. See it there. Okay, so we click on it, tap on it, and then it opens up. Why is it saying this? I think there's an issue. Let me refresh. Okay, so now these are instructions, or let me say explanations, trying to tell us the things that we'll be doing here. certificate access, certificate confirmation, I wish we have already explained what certificate access is. I said that one is for candidates. Certificate confirmation is for institutions. Our own concern is for certificate access. So we click on close. We have understood, what is being done here and what exactly is our mission in this place. So we click on close. So now you can see the options here now that is being given to us. So you want to open an account. Which account do you want to open? Do you want to create? Is it for certificate access for candidate? Is it for candidate confirmation for institution? Our own business is certificate access for candidates. This is our business. This is what we came for. So we click on it. We want to open an account. We want to create an account. So this is how to create an account. Remember I told you, let your names tally. Let them tally. So as you want to open this one now, the name that will be your surname, the name that will be your first name, let it be the one that is in the certificate that you want to access. With together. So now, let's say my surname is James. Okay. Then my first name is Tobore. Okay. I don't have a middle name, and the middle name, a middle name is not on that certificate. If there was a middle name inside that certificate, then I must, when I was registering it, if there's a middle name that I added during the registration process of that WAEC that I want to access now, so I have to add it here. But if there's nothing like that, leave it. It's just James Itobore, full stop. So you add your email, the email that you'll be using for this platform. Okay, phone number. Okay, that's phone number. Then password. You put your password. What password do you want? You put it there. I'm sorry, the password, I'm thinking of a good password. Okay, re-enter password. Alright, so when you are done inputting your password that you want to use, you then click on this little box that is behind this. I have confirmed the information above. This little box here, let me show us this one here. Tap on it, then you click on agree. Why are you clicking on agree? You are clicking on agree to show that you agree with the policy of this platform of WAEC Digital Certificate platform. That's why you are clicking on agree. It's like law. I mean, it is law. So that if anything should come up tomorrow, WAEC will tell you that you agreed to their terms, terms of use. So therefore, you cannot sue them. Even if you sue them, you will lose because you agreed. Especially part of it is that non-refundable payment. So you can't sue them that you paid them money and they didn't give you your certificate. There are specific instructions on how to use this platform, and you must follow it, man. You must adhere to it. If you don't adhere to it and then issues come up, you will bear the brunt of it all. Let's continue. So click on sign up. Sign up. Let's do for us to open our account. Oh, it says the password must be at least 8 characters. So what should I add now to it? Okay. So a verification code, say account successfully created, but then you have to verify your email before the account will be fully created. So now you have to go over to your email. So let's go over to my email so that we can access the verification code that has been sent. Okay, let me refresh. Okay, yeah, this is the message from WAEC Digital Certificate. See there, the first message. So click on it and then go over to the place where the code is. This is the code. You copy it, but if you want to write, you can carry your pen and paper and write, but I like to copy, so I copy and then I go over to the website and then paste the verification code here. Paste it there. When I'm done pasting, I click on submit. So now see it here, it says your account has been successfully verified. Now you can now log in to your account because you now have an account. So now let's go over and log in. Input your email there, to this space provided, then your password. Alright, so log in. We've clicked on log in. So now this is the page that opens up for us when we log in. So you see the name there, the name for the account, Tobore James, boldly written there. This is the interface, the page that opens up for you to access your certificate. You can see when I told you earlier, I said under access your certificate, there is also recover candidate number. So if you have lost your candidate number, your examination number, you can click on this button here, this recover candidate number, and it will take you to a form where you can fill in to recover your number. But let's end here for this video because it's taking longer time. In the next video, we'll continue from there. But please do well to subscribe to my channel so that when the next video drops, you can be alerted quickly to go and watch it. Thank you very much.